Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going through how I created my DreamSnap for the Valley Views DreamSnap submission. And I actually drew inspiration this week from just a beautiful scene in my valley versus trying to take a photo overlooking a part of my valley or an Eternity Isle. And the only two places that I am really happy with right now for potential dream snaps is my Peaceful Meadows theme park, where I'm currently at. But I've already done so many photos in my theme park that I didn't want to do another one. And the other place is in my fairy forest in my glade of trust. About I would say a little over 6 months ago, back in January, I was taking part in, I believe it was the New Year, New Valley DreamSnap, unofficial DreamSnap challenges or decoration challenges hosted by Doing Dev Things. And I think it may have been Drea Plays at that time, or Super Bored Housewife, or Lady Silversong is typically the ones that I've seen when I was taking part in the design challenges. But they had one for a fairy forest, and so I drew inspiration from Cozy Crest Plays. I had seen a Reddit post of their glade and got inspiration for the placement of my fairy forest from them. And I will link them in the description of this video as well. But I wanted to recreate this photo that I did back for the New Year, New Valley submission and maybe do a brighter version, because although I love the look of this and the crispness that this filter has, I do know that dark photos like this tend to not do as well. So I wanted to do a reimagination of this. Of course, add a bunch more tags to it than what was already existing and then brighten it up. So I also included, previously there was an Ursula area to the right behind the first tree here on the right, but I swapped it out for the Pixie Hollow house and made it very glowy in the like cutout portions. So that was kind of my inspiration for this week. So let's go ahead and transition over to the actual creation of this. And the majority of it was, like I said, already there. I already had this outfit on a mannequin because I used it for my fairy forest picture that I just showed you. So this week was super easy for me. I just needed to junk pile some tags, and get the time of day and all of that situated, and I was good to go. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, so I started out at night and started placing down items. Realized I had a bunch of stuff around, so I needed to offload things from my backpack and clean up my glade a little bit. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I move my Blossom house forward so that I can start junk piling behind it. And at this point, it's just a game of Tetris, what will fit in the area that I have, because I don't want to completely renovate or change too much about this to where it would be difficult to reimagine. So that is what I'm doing now, just kind of fitting what I can behind my blossom and behind the trees. And with angling and perspective that you get from the angle of the camera, thankfully the majority of this was not visible in the actual photo. And because the filters tend to add a bit of a like haze or distortion in the background, like it filters it out, a lot of what you see here isn't going to be super visible because it's going to be further from my character in the photo. I do, after I get done junk piling, I always take a look at what it would look like if I were to take a photo and adjust from there to ensure that it looks exactly the way that I want. One of the things that I do change is the floating lanterns. I didn't like the way they looked in the shot, so I ended up only having one of those and placing it behind of a tree so you couldn't see most of it. Additionally, I added a vine wall on either side to match up and kind of help with that, and added some additional trees in the back and some of the vine lamp as well on this right hand side, just to give it some more visual interest on the right hand side of the house. I also do, like I say, place the pixie hollow and do the blinding light thing, which required me to change a little bit on that side as well, incorporating some additional bushes on the left and right hand side to kind of even it out from what I normally have. I also added an additional purple tree, the shorter purple trees, near the Pixie Hollow as well, and then vine lamps strategically placed in different directions to give it some visual interest as well. So you'll see that in a little while also. But realistically, this is all I did this week was just Tetris pile junk around, incorporating some water elements near or behind the big tree as well, and also behind the other Dreamlight Valley fruit tree, Dreamlight fruit tree, and that is pretty much it. And even with all these florals, you can't really see them either. So I was able to get a lot of items packed in here and have it be blurred out in the actual photo, which was really nice. One other thing that I did in addition to the filter is to bring in characters and place them in front of me, to where you can't actually see the character, but you get the sparkle from them. I had various characters, but ended up just putting everybody off of my valley, just kicking everybody out and keeping Maui because he's the largest character, and was able to get pretty much sparkles from him across my entire photo, which was what I was trying to accomplish. And so I love the effect that that gave, and probably will utilize that a little bit more. I don't think I've really utilized that in many of my dream snaps before, but I love the sparkle that we get at the end result from Maui standing in front of me. I also incorporated the trail from my companion. I'm using one of the, I don't even know what they're called. I don't remember. But they're the glowy ones that look like little ghosts. And I used the trail, let him walk to the left hand side of me, and timed it just right to where it would leave a trail to my character. And I love that. You saw it in the inspiration photo, but I love that little ethereal glow that gets added as well. And we're pretty much winding down on the decoration side of things here. And this is actually what it looked like with all the filtering, Maui in front, and this is the in photo that we ended up snapping. So we had 123 out of 4 and 134 out of 6, with 100 elegant and 127 strong. So really high tags hidden in the background there. And I absolutely love the way that this turned out. Go ahead and take a look at that a little bit closer. So we have this here, and I love the way that it looks in this smaller view. It's very glowy, and I think that in and of itself right there should probably get the votes, but if you make it full screen, it just sparkles. And I absolutely love all of the glowiness of this and the magicalness of this. I really love the way that this turned out, and I'm happy that I recreated that darker photo that I did back in January and made it more glowy. I absolutely love the way that this turned out. So I hope that you enjoyed this quick junk pile video. And I can't wait to see what everybody came up with. There's so many different takes on this challenge, which is a good and a bad thing, I guess, depending on who you ask. It's nice to have some direction, but I do really like voting on these weeks because there's just so much variation, and it's nice to see what everybody interpreted the challenge to be. So I can't wait to see what everybody came up with. And that'll do it for this week's video. I hope you have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you are, and I'll see you next time. Bye.